a CRN original.
Attention, you are about to hear the captivating voice of an icon in the movie industry. You have heard him and seen him in performances in over 140 films. He's met and influenced many world leaders, and now he's about to tell you how to unite the America he loves.
That job's filled.
Unique. Brilliant. And unpredictable. Robert Davi is a Renaissance man who writes, directs, sings, and does it all with excellence.
Yes, okay, we're all very impressed, but let's get on with it now.
Robert Davi believes he should use his voice to both repay and help unite America, the America that made his dreams come true.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Robert Davi Show.
And this is Steve Evans in for the Renaissance Man today, along with Nick Davi, our producer. And I guess we have officially survived the holiday, right?
We did it. Somehow, some way, we did it, Steve. I don't know.
Well, tell me, how was your Thanksgiving?
It went really well, actually. I enjoyed some time with some family in Hilton Head, me and my cousins.
Oh, so you hit the friendly skies this past weekend.
That I did. I was on an island. It's amazing over there.
Well, tell us now, what airline did you fly? Was it a big hassle? Did things work smoothly? Give us all the details there. I'm really curious.
Well, I mean, to begin with, there's never any direct flights from LA to Hilton Head anyways. I don't know why that is. I don't know. So I had to stop in Dallas.
Okay.
Well, the first time it was Houston, and then I had to go to Hilton Head. So it's weird. I went down further away from Hilton Head, and then I went back up. I don't know.
And you flew out of LAX, I guess, right?
Yep. Yeah, I usually fly out of Burbank, but there were no tickets available at Burbank. I mean, that has to do with the holidays and all. It's going to be a lot busier. But
okay. Did you? Was it crowded? Obviously, it was.
Very,
right?
very crowded. Oh my goodness.
Was everybody on their best behavior?
Yes, everyone wore their masks. Everyone, kept distant. It didn't look like anyone was sick. I didn't hear any coughs or sniffles on the plane, which was a good sign.
And you were flying domestically, so you didn't have to get tested, right?
Yeah, no. Well, I also have the vaccine and all that
all the
good
cards
stuff.
and all that. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, I am going to be flying to Spain coming up in February.
Wow.
We've gone a couple of times, throughout the pandemic because my daughters live over there.
Okay.
And, it has gone smoothly. I mean, there's been no real craziness that's happened. You see some of these things on TV, on these news reports about people, completely going berserk at 30,000 feet, which, would be a little unsettling. But so far, I mean, I've been on flights that have been, everybody has been really cool.
Well,
it has
what
been
airline
crowded
have you been taking?
Well, I usually fly American.
Oh, okay.
And,
well, that's got to be why.
Well, I don't know. They've had their problems. And then, when we're going, across to Spain, it's Iberia. So we take the Spanish airline, which it's everything's worked out pretty well. But when you got to South Carolina, right, Hilton Head?
Yeah. When I got there, amazing.
Yeah, big relatives, all the relatives there. One of these big Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah. It was my Uncle John, my cousin Mikey, cousin Johnny, my Aunt Jen, Danny, everybody was, and then he had all his family friends over too. Uncle Johnny's got this big place. It was a lot of fun seeing all those people, meeting some wonderful people. And
that's cool. That's good.
Great time. What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
Well, typically we have gone up to the Northwest, but because of the pandemic, we've kind of had to curtail those plans. And so we were, and we also have been spending Thanksgiving with some people out in the valley. We've done that over the years, but they've had some, health problems. So we were completely on our own. We had no plans. So I don't know whether you've ever tried to make reservations for Thanksgiving the week prior, but it's a little difficult. It's like, no, we've been booked up, since last July.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, Gladstone's doesn't take reservations. They don't take reservations anymore. No, they used to, but they don't now.
Yeah, I could have
so
sworn.
it's just it's all walk-in traffic. So I thought, well, you know what the heck? We'll just go out there. We'll go see a movie, and then we'll go out there. And if we have to sit on the beach and wait for a table, things could be worse. But we got out there, and we were able to get right in. And
Ooh.
I should send you the shots of the sunset. We got a great table, overlooking the beach, and took these great shots of the sunset, and they had a complete Thanksgiving menu.
Oh
I mean, it
wow.
was a complete Thanksgiving menu with all kinds of food. And my wife and I were talking about it. I said, I'm just not in the mood, for this huge dinner. So we ended up. I think she had some sort of salad situation, and I had fish and chips. Fish and
Okay.
chips, known as the turkey of the sea. Not really. I just made that up. But yeah, but it was just great. And it was a very memorable Thanksgiving. I didn't, had no idea how things would turn out, but it turned into a very nice situation. And we
Well,
got to see a movie too.
yeah, I mean, well, I guess that's all you can ask for, is to make some great memories, with the people you love, no matter who it may be. My
Yeah,
dad
and
was
things
in,
could be. Yeah, he was in Florida,
yeah,
right?
he was in Florida with his wife. I think they probably did something similar to that. Because I asked what he was eating. He said, "Oh, I'm not eating no turkey." you know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, it worked out well for us, and things could be worse than being on a beach in California in November. So it was really quite nice.
Much worse than.
And we saw a movie. We saw The House of Gucci earlier that day.
Okay,
It opened up.
well, how was that?
Well, you know what? It's an amazing film, for one thing, because it's directed by Ridley Scott, of course, and it stars Lady Gaga, and also Al Pacino is in this thing. We have Adam Driver, Jeremy Irons, Selma Hayek, Jared Leto. So, and everybody is on their game. It's a beautifully shot movie. Of course, the clothes are great, and everybody is really on their game. But I wasn't thrilled with how they put the movie together.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's just I think a problem with the script. I mean, it's really kind of slow going. Adam Driver plays this Maurizio Gucci, and his character is really shy and understated. So when your leading man is kind of a shy, understated sort of a character, then I think that is a little problematic. Of course,
Yeah,
Al
yeah.
Pacino's chewing up the scenery. Jared Leto is he's off the hook. But it's just the way that the story is told. It's a great story, but you go into it knowing that the Lady Gaga character, this Patrizia Reggiani, shoots, her husband Maurizio. You know that going in,
Yeah.
so it's a little difficult to build up any suspense around that particular angle. I mean, you see how it's all put together, but it's kind of like directing the Titanic. You know the boat's going to sink, but so you have to kind of do more on the outside. That was the brilliance of James Cameron when he did that movie. Was it became a love story, right?
Mhm.
And this becomes, like I say, I mean, it has its problems. And then toward the end, well, I won't give it away. I'm just saying that I'm not thrilled with how this. It's a great story. Not thrilled with how it was told, but no.
Well, that's
it. Did you see anything?
unfortunate.
But
That's unfortunate. I was hoping that would be good. I mean, it seemed like it was gonna be. It had all the bells and whistles there, so
it
that's.
could just be me. I
Yeah.
never like to.
I mean, hey,
Never liked.
your opinions have never steered me the wrong way, so.
Well, if you see the movie, I'd be really curious to see what you think.
Okay,
And
yeah.
like I say, it's out there now, and 62% of the critics think it's one to see. And like I say, that's the great thing about movies is everybody has their own opinion. Also saw Licorice Pizza. Have you heard about that
Oh
one?
my God, that's out right now. I want to go see that tonight. I'm literally seeing that tonight.
Well, I tell you what, it's out, and as far as I know, it's in very limited release. The only place I think it's playing in town is over at the Fox Theater in Westwood. Have you ever been over there?
Yeah, I have. That's a little far though. It's kind of a drive.
It is, it's a crazy theater because it's been there. They were saying it's its 90th birthday, 90th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, it is like going back in time. You go in there, and it's not a multiplex sort of a situation. You go in, and it's a huge theater, and the place was packed. Everybody wanted, evidently everybody wanted to see this movie, and it was really that just going to that theater was quite an experience. No stadium seating, so it's all kind of they have a balcony which you haven't seen for a while,
It's just the
so it's
classic.
fun just to go see that theater. And the movie, is really a terrific film. I mean, it's not going to win awards. I mean, it isn't of that caliber, but it's a fun movie. Paul Thomas Anderson is the director, and he's the guy, of course, that did Boogie Nights and Magnolia. There Will Be Blood, did The Master. So I think a lot of people were showing up to see it. And the cast is crazy. I mean, the cast, they have Bradley Cooper. Sean Penn is in this movie. You also have Cooper Hoffman playing the lead guy. Cooper Hoffman is the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I think this was his first movie, but he really pulls it off.
That'd be really cool to see him.
Yeah, Alana Haim as well. And I think it was her first film as well. But these, they really are very natural actors. Yeah, they're very believable. And they play these kids that are growing up and falling in love in the San Fernando Valley in the 1970s. And it's just, the music obviously is great.
I want to watch this so bad now. Oh, my God.
It is, it's really, like I say, the Cooper Hoffman character, he plays this guy, Gary Valentine, is a real hustler, and it's a great part for him. And I think he really has made his mark. And like I say, both of them are such natural actors that they really pull it off. So that Licorice Pizza is out there, and hopefully it will go wide over the holidays. And we could talk about Encanto when we come back. And, of course, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, also opened up last weekend. So we'll talk about those, I guess, on the other side.
That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll be back here soon.
I'm Al Simon, 91 years young. I created Balance 7 20 years ago. I don't believe God intended for us to be old and sick. For 10 years, I studied pH and how important it is to the immune system. No doctor or hospital can do what Balance 7 can do for you. Balance 7 is the key to unlocking a healthy immune system. In 3 days' time, you will feel more energy, less joint discomfort, and clarity of thinking. Bring your body back to balance. Order now and receive free shipping and a free bottle of My Skin.
Get your body back in pH balance with Balance7.com. Balance 7 unlocks the immune system. Your body will respond in a wondrous way. Your energy level will go up, joint discomfort will be reduced, and heartburn no longer a problem. We have a 100% money-back guarantee. You have everything to gain. If you're sick and you don't want to be, Balance 7 is the answer. If you're healthy and want to stay healthy, Balance 7 is the answer. Go to Balance7.com. That's Balance7.com. Use the code word BALANCE and get free shipping. Balance7.com. That's Balance7.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? pick up your phone and call Smart Fares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Robert Davi.
You know, I'm the one delivering the message, not receiving it.
Steve Evans in for Robert Davi. We have Nick Davi, the producer, and we're talking about movies coming out this holiday season. And this isn't a big weekend, Nick. You know, I mean, this is kind of like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
We have some kind of unusual films being released.
They're getting
this
us
weekend.
ready for that, you know. If they just did that right away, people might, panic and have heart attacks from just pure shock.
Might be hard to control. You're right. They have released a couple. Encanto, which is the Disney film, was released. It was #1 last weekend, made about $27 million. They were expecting more. They were expecting 35 to 40. But I think, a lot of it has to do, I think, these days with the release strategy that the studio decides to pursue. I mean, Warner Brothers they're releasing movies, to the streaming services and the theaters day and date, at the same time, which obviously is going to depress the box office. But also Encanto now, it's coming out in theaters only, but it's going to be premiering on Disney Plus on Christmas Eve for no extra charge. It's kind of one of those, their little Christmas present, I guess, to the
That's
general
how you lose
public.
money, though, right there.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think that they're thinking, well, a lot of people might sign up for the service. I mean, they were using, titles to be able to drive the subscriptions to Disney Plus, and you don't need the premium access. It's no extra charge. You're going to be able to get Encanto and as a part of Disney Plus on Christmas Eve. If you want to see it early, you can go to a theater. But if you want to wait, and I think a lot of people are saying, well, maybe we'll wait on that. I mean, it's getting great reviews. 92% of the critics are recommending it. It's an animated film from Disney. I think it's their 60th film. But and all the music is done by Lin-Manuel Miranda. So it's a nice piece of work. So that way we won for the family. It's rated PG, so that's always nice, to have something the entire family can watch throughout the holidays. Another one, Resident Evil. Are you into this series?
Oh, here we go. Yes, I am. I'm excited to see what this is going to be like. I think the best actor in this film will be Hannah John Kamen. By far, I think. I saw this episode of Black Mirror she did, and she is a wonderful actress. She's done other things as well, but if you watch that Black Mirror episode she's in, just wow. She's great.
Well, she's in this one. I mean, she may be the highlight. The critics aren't crazy about this. Only 28% are recommending, but I don't think they have given good marks to any of the Resident Evil films. They've just made a ton of money. I mean, I think this is the 7th one. I think there were 6 prior, beginning in 2002, and 6 films made over $1 billion worldwide.
They just have a massive cult following.
Well, yeah, it's based on this Japanese video game. I've never seen one, but I read up on them. And essentially, I guess it's about based on this Japanese video franchise, and they made the 6 films. The final film, the last film, I should say, came out in 2017, which was Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. But then they took a look at how much money these movies were making and decided, well, maybe we should do a reboot.
It's like Fast and the Furious, all right? In like 15 years, we're going to be on Fast 35.
This is the final chapter. Well, wait, no, we don't mean it. We have one more for you to see. So anyway, that one more, it's called Welcome to Raccoon City, and it came out last weekend. I think it was a #5 in the box office derby. This is set in 1998. This is the origin story, which explores the secrets of the mysterious Spencer Mansion and the ill-fated Raccoon City, which means nothing to me. But if you're a fan, that you must know all about that stuff.
I mean, it doesn't help that they put raccoon in the title. Just like they could, who was the marketing? Who was head of marketing right there? I just don't understand.
Yeah, what is this? Some sort of a wildlife adventure?
Stuff like that draws people away from the movie.
Yeah, I guess. And the fact that only 28% of the critics are recommending, but some of these things are just critic proof and I think
Yeah.
marketing proof. But it's like, oh wow, Resident Evil, a new one's coming out, so you're going to go see it. So I think the Resident Evil fans will show up for that one over the
It's like
holidays.
Sharknado,
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's another one. But outside of that, I mean, that's what's essentially in the theaters now. A lot of stuff I'm looking forward to.
Oh,
I
I
think
actually. Sorry to
what's that?
continue.
Go ahead.
Oh, so the one movie that I saw that just recently came out was the Netflix film Red Notice.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah. I was honestly was let down. I mean, The Rock was great. Gal Gadot was great. I'm honestly getting
Ryan Reynolds is in that as well, right?
Yeah, here's the thing though. I'm getting a little tired of Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
I
yeah?
never thought I would say that ever in my life, but I don't know.
The Ryan Reynolds act is wearing a little thin on you?
Yeah, it's because it's the same character every movie, and it's ever since he did Deadpool, he's just become even raunchier and like way too cocky, and it's just almost like annoying to sit through 15 different movies and see the same thing. I don't know. So but it was still funny. It was a lot of fun to watch. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, there are a couple of movies out, I think. I was just trying to think of the last, what else we saw over the weekend. We saw this, Licorice Pizza. We saw, I know. I was wanted to talk about Belfast. Have you seen Belfast yet?
Belfast. I haven't. Oh, you told me about that the last time we did a show.
You know what? I've seen a lot of movies, and that is my favorite this year. I mean, it's Kenneth Branagh, and it's just so well done. And it really, like I say, it is, you get a chance to see the world through this 9-year-old kid's eyes. He's growing up in Belfast during what they call the Troubles over there, which was the big clash between Protestants and Catholics, which went on for about 30 years. But this is based upon Kenneth Branagh's life. And he grew up in Belfast during that time. And it's just incredibly well done. So if you get a chance, see it. It's a black and white film. It begins in color, but then fades to black and white as they go back to 1969 in Belfast. And it kind of takes you to that period. But it's a great story, incredibly well told, well acted, and it has the soundtrack by Van Morrison, who is also from Belfast, by the way. So it just all really seems to fit. So
that's definitely at the top of my list with Licorice Pizza. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I think, and I predict, it's a little dangerous when I start predicting, but I predict it's going to be big at the Academy Awards.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, since they shot half of it, you said, in black and white.
Yeah, all right. But I hesitate to predict because last year I thought Mank was going to sweep everything, right?
My dad thought that too, though. So you weren't alone.
Okay, well, good.
You were not alone. That was a great film.
It was a terrific film,
Yeah.
and I was really surprised when it didn't get more accolades during the award season because I thought it was a shoo-in. I mean, here you have a movie based upon one of the great classic movies of all time. And it's, and the script was written by, the director's father and so on and so forth. So I just thought it was, it was a natural to win everything. But, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes Frances McDormand comes along in a van. And, and there you go. That's how it works. So anyway, there are a lot of great movies coming out over the holidays, including West Side Story, which is getting rave reviews. They say it is, Steven Spielberg has found his groove once again. And we'll talk about that coming up. 94% of the critics are recommending that, and it's on its way.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Not her, me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So, my doctor prescribed me a little something.
Like Viagra?
Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99.
I have this friend who might be looking and...
Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package.
I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. That's 800-605-1683.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Does your current bathroom need to be updated immediately? Introducing One Day Bath and Shower Remodeling. The complete and hassle-free way to get the new bathroom of your dreams in as little as 1 day. And for as little as $199 a month. Yes, the experts at One Day Bath and Shower Remodeling will come to you anywhere in the country and show you all the customized options. Now you can have a brand new bathroom in as little as 1 day. Large or small bathrooms, if you want a new bathtub or shower installed, we can do it in as little as 1 day. And if you call right now, you can save $750 off your remodel. We make it easy by offering you financing as low as $199 per month. Call now to schedule your free in-home consultation.
855-525-7454. 855-525-7454. That's 855-525-7454.
The Robert Davi Show.
I'm Dwayne Robinson, LAPD. I'm in charge here. Not anymore.
Steve Evans in for Robert Davi today, along with Nick Davi, our producer. And we were just talking about the very sad situation in Beverly Hills. Jacqueline Avant was killed during a home invasion, it looks like, right, Nick?
Yeah, it's terrible. So apparently there was a call made of a disturbance or something like that. I forget what the article exactly said, but she was involved in a home invasion, a robbery, and she was shot and killed, unfortunately, which is very sad.
She was in her 80s. She is the wife of Clarence Avant. And you were just saying, you know, he, of course, was known as the Black Godfather, right?
Yeah, that's
kind of the godfather of black music. And you just saw a documentary, you were saying earlier?
No, yeah, I did. I just recently watched that maybe like a week ago. And Yeah, so that's why it was just even weirder because it's like still a little fresh on my mind.
Yeah.
And she was in it, and she was like, I think she's close to Barack Obama. Actually, I think they're close with the Obamas. So yeah, it's just
well, it is a very, very sad situation, and of course, it would be horribly shocking at any stage of life. But she was like in her 80s when this thing happened, and so it's a Black Godfather. If you want to check that out, it's I believe on Netflix, and of course we'll all be following the story to see what happens.
It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen, but you just got to watch it for yourself.
You can watch it, like I say, on Netflix this weekend if you'd like. We have a lot of great movies that are opening up over the holidays, and everybody has really been looking forward to West Side Story. And it would be a little daunting, I think, as a director, even if you're Steven Spielberg, to take on a project like the iconic West Side Story, which, of course, was a play that came out in 1957. It was Stephen Sondheim's Broadway debut. He wrote the lyrics. Leonard Bernstein wrote the music. It was a huge hit on Broadway. And then they made the movie in 1961, which went on to be nominated for 11 Academy Awards. It won 10 of those, including Best Picture. So it would be a little intimidating to work with that material, but they say that he pulls it off.
Oh my God, that just makes me
94% of 94% of the critics are recommending it. Ansel Elgort plays Tony.
Oh, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. Great. That's perfect for Ansel Elgort.
And Rachel Zegler plays Maria.
Okay.
And we also have,
this is going to be like one of those iconic casts, like 20 years down the line. Oh, God. It's going to be great.
I think you're right. Rita Moreno is in it as well. Now, the crazy thing about her is that she was in the original film. She's 89. I saw her interviewed over the weekend, and she is sharp as a tack. And, 89 in this movie. She was in the original. She actually won Best Supporting Actress Academy Award for her portrayal in that movie. And by the way, she was the only Puerto Rican actress in the movie back in the day. Remember, it was Natalie Wood that played Maria.
That's right.
Who isn't exactly Puerto Rican. But, times have changed, thankfully. And, she was the only Puerto Rican in the original cast. And she had to wear this real dark makeup to make her look even more Puerto Rican than she actually appeared to be, I guess. But so that's going to be big. And I've been hearing bits and pieces from they're having screenings here and there, and people say that it is really something. Critics are saying most exhilarating movie in years. So there you go. It's coming up. It'll be released December the 10th, which isn't this weekend, but the following weekend. Looks great.
Oh, I can't.
And speaking of iconic properties, Being the Ricardos is coming out also on the 10th. What do you think of that now?
Being the Ricardos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be good too. There's just like an endless line of movies.
Yeah, that's what makes this time of year fun.
No, yeah. But,
and my wife is not thrilled about this. She's saying, I just don't know if I want to go see a movie about Lucille Ball, because she, has such immense respect for the original, but they say that they pulled this off as well. It hasn't been reviewed for the critics yet, but the director is Aaron Sorkin. And have you seen the trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer, but I saw the cast, like Javier Bardem, Nicole Kidman, and
Nicole Kidman plays Lucy.
Yeah,
and J.K. Simmons is in it. Tony Hale.
Yeah,
and it's a bit of a different. It would be different if they were trying to do the Lucy show. But this is a look at, kind of a behind-the-scenes look. You have Lucille Ball, played by Nicole, Desi Arnaz, Javier Bardem. They are threatened by shocking personal accusations, a political smear, and cultural taboos in this particular movie, Being the Ricardos. A revealing glimpse, according to the press release, of the couple's complex romantic and professional relationship. The film takes audiences into the writer's room, onto the soundstage, and behind closed doors with Ball and Arnaz during one critical production week of their groundbreaking sitcom, I Love Lucy.
The trailer makes it.
Yeah, the trailer, looks like it takes you right to that set, which is kind of weird to see because it's in color. And all those episodes are in black and white. So it's like, oh, that's what it looked like, huh?
Yeah,
In
I didn't
real
know
life.
till I was like maybe 14 that Lucille Ball was a redhead. I had no idea.
Well, you wouldn't. Yeah, black and white. And then they did the color show later on, so you would be able to see it. But I mean, it just became such an iconic hit that back in the early days of TV, when I was working with Sundance Channel and I was working with NBC, I was over at the Burbank lot, and it was fun to be over there because you walk down the hallway, and there's so much history just in those studios. And you walk by, it was the Entertainment Tonight set, which was the old Johnny Carson stage, right? So you could walk into that, and they have a little spot on the floor where you'd see this is where Johnny would do his monologue every night, and then you'd walk down the hall, and it was midnight special, and here's where the Elvis did his special over here on this particular stage, and you get to think, at that particular time in TV. I mean, Johnny Carson had a huge audience. It was before the internet. It was before cable and all these other shows. I mean, you had basically 3 networks and PBS.
He was probably one of the biggest names in the world during that time.
It was just what people would do. I mean, you had these huge audiences that would tune in to watch the monologue every night. And a show like, it was even more so back in the day when they were doing the original Lucy show, because I mean, you didn't have a lot of competition out there, and you had one of 3 choices, and if a Lucy was on, yeah, okay, we're going to watch that. So we were able to build these huge audiences, and it was it's kind of like you got the feeling that when Johnny was doing his monologue, it was kind of like the center of the universe at that particular time. Fun to be on those sets and take a look at that.
Yeah, that show, like, it really influenced probably most of the TV shows you see nowadays. Any comedic TV shows, that have a little bit of humor. Definitely, some of it stems from.
I think you're right. I think they kind of set the format. Yeah. So you see, everything from Friends
a little foundation to build on top of.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty amazing. Well, that's coming out, and it's going to be coming out on the 10th. Not reviewed for the critics yet, but that is one definitely to see. And then we have a movie here called Nightmare Alley, which also looks terrific. And this is coming out on the 17th. And this is Guillermo del Toro, which I have been a big fan of for years, ever since Pan's Labyrinth, if you remember that movie. Yeah. And this is starring Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett, Willem Dafoe, Rooney Mara is in this, Toni Collette, Richard Jenkins. 75% of the critics are recommending so far. And this is about the Bradley Cooper character endears himself to a clairvoyant, Zena, played by Toni Collette, and their has-been mentalist husband in a traveling carnival as he crafts a golden ticket to success using this newly acquired knowledge to grift the wealthy elite of the 1940s New York society. That is just the bare bones of the plot. It looks like there's a lot more going on there.
Yeah, and Bradley Cooper's been working a ton. Good for him.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great actor.
He's busy once again. He's in Licorice Pizza. I think I mentioned that earlier. Yeah. So 75% are recommending Nightmare Alley. And then, of course, we can talk about the classic Christmas movies that we all wait for every year and try to see. So we'll talk about Christmas movies that you can watch over the holidays coming up.
Have you heard about Vine to Bar chocolate? It's the winemaker's chocolate, the world's first chocolate made with well-vined Chardonnay marc from the beautiful coastal vineyards of North America. Gently pressed grapes are harvested after juicing, dried and finely milled and carefully blended into the finest dark chocolate. The Chardonnay marc contains highly beneficial grape nutrients, flavonols, and has a natural sweetness that flavors the luscious dark chocolate. Mouth-watering, flavorful, delectable dark chocolate goodness with Chardonnay sweetness and beneficial nutrients. And it's alcohol-free, too. It's Vine to Bar chocolate. Order some today at vinetobar.com. That's VINETOBAR.com. Cold shipped to your door, it's Vine to Bar. Vine to Bar chocolate. Visit us at vinetobar.com. For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground. Ka'anapali Beach Resort on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Attention real estate investors. Do you need cash immediately? If you own 1 or multiple rental properties, you can use your equity to get cash out fast. The best part is we don't need tax returns or even a good credit score. At America's Loan Source, we are not a bank and we don't have bank rules. We make the decisions to loan you money, and there's no limit how much we can give you. Some clients have gotten as much as $500,000 or more within days. Use the money any way you want. If you own 1 rental property or 100 and COVID has left you in a cash crunch, we can help you turn your equity into fast cash. Call now for details and close in as little as 10 days and get the cash you need. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. That's 800-353-1760.
Robert Davi.
Another $80 million write-off.
I guess it's time to start cutting overhead.
This is Steve Evans in for Robert Davi today, and Dick Davi is our producer. He was he went the extra mile. He actually looked up the fact that Nightmare Alley was a movie that came out back in 1947. Were you saying?
Yeah. I mean, I knew the title sounded familiar. I was thinking at first that maybe I read a book that was called Nightmare Alley, but then I had to look it up, and it was a film. It was an actual movie that was made with Tyrone Power.
Tyrone Power.
Yeah, it's got 100% of Rotten Tomatoes too, so it's got to be up there with some of the greatest films ever.
Wow. Well, that's one I've been looking forward to. Nightmare Alley coming out. Going to be out on the 17th. So, like I say, 75% at least are recommending this version. Great cast, one to see. And of course, during the holiday season, we all like to bring out our favorite Christmas movies. What is a title that you have to see every Christmas?
A go-to every year has to be Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Yeah, wow. Excellent choice. Great. Right, it's good. I think, well, I have my list keeps changing and evolving, right? I was thinking of a movie that I found recently, which I think is really terrific. It's called Last Christmas.
Oh, I heard about that.
Emilia Clarke stars, as well as Henry Golding, and it got this great soundtrack with George Michael, and it's basically about Kate, who's played by Emilia Clarke, and she is a Londoner, very frustrated. Nothing is going right. She works as an elf in a year-round Christmas shop, but things take a turn for the better when she meets Tom, played by Henry Golding, who is a handsome charmer who seems too good to be true, as the city transforms into the most wonderful time of the year, and nothing looks like London during the Christmas season. It's amazing. True. Tom and Kate's growing attraction turns into the best gift of all, a Yuletide romance. Sounds a little schmaltzy, but it has a great message and a great twist, and one to see.
Oh,
like I say, great soundtrack as well.
Twist, okay.
Oh, it is a big twist in this particular movie. I won't give it away,
I'll have to
but
check that out then.
Yeah. Now, only 46% of the critics are recommending. However, 81% of the audience has given it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
so
some of these critics
I would be
don't
one
know
of
what
those
they're talking
as
about.
well. Also, it's Emma Thompson is in this as well. She actually wrote the movie, and it's directed by Paul Feig. So, Last Christmas, You can catch that on Amazon Prime, I think. And then, of course, hey, there's The Christmas Story. Remember that?
Oh, my God.
Ralphie?
I've been watching that since I was little.
Oh, man, Ralphie Parker, who's played by young Peter Billingsley, spends most of his time dodging the bully and dreaming of his ideal Christmas gift. Of course, we know that
Good
as
old Red Ryder.
the Red Ryder air rifle, right? And he's frequently at odds with his cranky dad. Darren McGavin is terrific in this movie. And he also, Belinda Dillon plays the mom as he struggles to make Christmas Day with his glasses and his hopes intact. Christmas Story. And that one, of course, is on the streaming services as well. It came out in 1983. Wow.
Oh,
Back.
The lamp gets me every time. The father with the lamp.
The lamp, yeah.
Puts it in front of
the pride and joy of that household. Or at least the dad thought it was. And then, of course, we were talking a bit about this earlier. Bad Santa.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Bob. That came out in 2003, by the way. And Billy Bob, Tony Cox, Brett Kelly, Lauren Graham is in this one as well. Bernie Mac also in this, and Billy Bob Thornton doing the full Billy Bob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is okay. In case you haven't seen it, this is a dark comedy. The crotchety Willie T. Stokes, played by Billy Bob, and his partner Tony Cox reunite once a year for a holiday con. What they do, they pose as a mall Santa and his elf, and they rip off shopping outlets on Christmas Eve. However, this year, Willie is falling apart. He's depressed and alcoholic, and his erratic behavior draws the suspicion of mall security, played by Bernie Mac. But when befriending a small boy brings out his kinder side, Willie begins to wonder if there is still some hope for him. So Bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton.
I think I just made a connection. Oh my God, Steve. Have you seen Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Okay, it's a great It's very stressful. It's one of those like stressful movies where he's constantly trying to get to that place, but always has 10,000 things in front of him, and things keep popping up. But anyways, there's this part of the movie where there's this fake Santa Claus and this elf who pretty much do the same thing. But this movie was made before Bad Santa, so I think maybe Bad Santa got their entire idea from just that little section of Jingle All the Way. Not that matters at all. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm writing that one down. Jingle All the Way, putting that on the list to check out.
Yeah, Sinbad's in that. He's great in that too.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen much of him lately. Yeah. Also, we Love Actually. We talked. That is, the go-to. I love that movie. And directed by Richard Curtis, who did 4 Weddings and a Funeral and all those great movies, and a great cast: Hugh Grant, Laura Linney, Colin Firth, Alan Rickman, Bill Nighy, Emma Thompson in this one. Love Actually. That is, it's rated R. There's nudity. There's language and sexuality. So, what more could you ask for at a Christmas film? It's a favorite at the Evans household. And another movie which I just discovered, it came out in 2017, and it's called The Man Who Invented Christmas. And this is about Charles Dickens and how he went on to write, the Christmas Carol. And he was essentially a famous author at the time. The whole thing takes place in 1843 London. And Charles Dickens finds himself, he's in financial trouble. He's written 3 books that were unsuccessful, and he's desperate for a hit. So he relies on real-life inspiration and his vivid imagination to bring the classic Ebenezer Scrooge, Tiny Tim, and the other classic characters to life in this movie. And it's really, I'm not sure how factual it is, but it gives you a great look at the city during that time and also during Christmas. But it also gives you an idea of how that must have come together. Dan Stevens plays Charles Dickens. Christopher Plummer plays Scrooge, and it's one I would recommend. The Man Who Invented Christmas. And the reason they say that is that Christmas really wasn't the huge holiday that it is today. I mean, it was recognized, but when Christmas Carol came along and that book was this huge success, it really kind of re-energized, I guess you could say, the holiday. The Man Who Invented Christmas, out on streaming services. And we were also talking about the Santa Claus.
Yep, the Santa Claus, Tim Allen. Tim Allen. I love the second one though because you get to see him tackle like a bunch of these like giant what are they called? Remember those giant soldiers? They're like
don't know if I saw the second one.
Oh, the second one's good. The third one you don't have to watch after the second. Just watch the first. Obviously, is a classic, and the second one is also great too.
Santa Claus 2. Okay, I'm making these notes to update my Christmas catalog.
Don't watch the third one because that one is terrible.
All right, bad news for the third one. But if you haven't seen this one, it's about a divorced dad, Scott, played by Tim Allen, has custody of his son on Christmas Eve after he accidentally kills a man in a Santa suit. They are magically transported to the North Pole, where an elf explains that Scott must take Santa's place before the next Christmas arrives. Now, Scott just kind of thinks he's dreaming, but over the next several months, he starts gaining weight, which is, I think, one of the funniest parts of the movie, where he starts gaining all this weight, and he's not eating anymore, but he just gains this poundage.
Yeah, and then all the hair that starts growing, like in front of people's
grows this
eyes.
beard. And Peter Boyle has that classic line. He looks at him and he goes, he plays his boss in the movie. He goes, "Good God, try a piece of fruit." And Tim Allen, it's just, he doesn't know what's happening. Anyway, so he gains all this weight and a white beard. And that night at the North Pole wasn't a dream at all. And maybe Scott has a lot of work to do this particular Christmas. It's called the Santa Claus. And then, of course, you can go with the classics. I always love to see White Christmas. I don't know why. I mean, it has the great theme song. It's a little cheesy, but it's essentially, which came out in 1954 and has become this Christmas classic. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney, and Judy Haynes. They perform a Christmas show in rural Vermont. There they run into General Waverly, and the boys' commander in World War II, who they learn is having financial difficulties. His quaint country inn is falling apart, so what's the foursome to do but plan a Yuletide musical? We'll put on a show. And this is a fun-filled musical extravaganza, according to the press release, that's sure to put Waverly and his business in the black. White Christmas with that incredible, incredible theme song. So there you go. We have a lot to watch over the holidays.
Oh, boy, do we.
And you have to get out to see Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, right?
We'll see about it. I mean, I'm watching Belfast tonight probably. I might watch it with my girlfriend.
Yeah, that is one. I don't think that's on streaming services yet.
Oh, it's not?
I think you're going to have to go see that in an actual theater.
Oh, well, that's fine. As long as there's one that's available and close to the house, I'll be chilling. I love going to the theaters.
So it's an exciting time of the year, especially if you're into movies like we apparently are. So it's always a great time of the year because this is when all the great movies come out, because they like to queue everything up for the award season.
It's going to be a great year.
It will be a great year. So we will do it again sometime. This has been fun.
Yep. It's a perfect way to start the year with all these new movies,
Right. And Licorice Pizza, we will be going wide soon, and of course we'll keep you abreast of where that will be. But as far as I know, the only place that it is the Fox in Westwood. That's it. Happy holidays.
I'm Al Simon, 91 years young. I created Balance 7 20 years ago. I don't believe God intended for us to be old and sick. For 10 years, I studied pH and how important it is to the immune system. No doctor or hospital can do what Balance 7 can do for you. Balance 7 is the key to unlocking a healthy immune system. In 3 days' time, you'll feel more energy, less joint discomfort, and clarity of thinking. Bring your body back to balance. Order now and receive free shipping and a free bottle of My Smooth Skin.
Get your body back in pH balance with Balance7.com. Balance 7 unlocks the immune system. Your body will respond in a wondrous way. Your energy level will go up, joint discomfort will be reduced, and heartburn no longer a problem. We have a 100% money-back guarantee. You have everything to gain. If you're sick and you don't want to be, Balance 7 is the answer. If you're healthy and want to stay healthy, Balance 7 is the answer. Go to Balance7.com. That's Balance7.com. Use the code word BALANCE and get free shipping. Balance7.com. That's Balance7.com.
The radio channel.